What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Man Tyson, and today I know you're just staring at a black screen, and I know this word says major spoilers, and the reason why I put this up here is because I'm saying my honest review for Watch Dogs Legion Bloodline. I did beat it recently and stuff like that, so I'm going to be saying some major spoilers, and I'm letting you guys know there's going to be some major spoilers in this game. It's going to be so many of them left and right. If you have not played Watch Dogs Legion Bloodline, or if you never played the main story to this game, I recommend not watching this video at all whatsoever, because there's going to be spoilers left and right. I just thought I'd just warn you guys right now, and that's why I put major spoilers up there, just to warn everybody, just so you guys know. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. So I'm going to go ahead and start the video, so you guys don't have to keep like looking at the word major spoilers and the black screen behind it. So I'm going to like start the video. I'm going to start up the video in the background, just so you guys don't stare at a black screen in the major spoilers part. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to turn the video on because I'm making this a little awkward now, but alright, I'm gone. I'm turning it on. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go over the main game. I would show some background videos of it, but I don't have any because I didn't really record any, so I'm just going to show the Bloodline story in the background anyways. But okay, so the main story of the game and stuff. You know, I like the main story to this game. I really did, and I enjoyed it a lot. I like the idea of like recruiting everybody and stuff like that. And it was really good, and I like the idea of just recruiting everybody. I really like that idea of recruiting everybody. I thought that was like really cool and stuff like that. I really like the idea of recruiting. I like the idea of recruiting people in this game. I really did a lot. So, the beginning of this game really did the beginning of the main game really blew my mind a lot, because the way you could recruit people, it was like, whoa, we never had this in a Watch Dogs game before. Because I like the Watch Dogs series, you know, because I like the idea of just hacking stuff and stuff like that, and I find a lot of fun into it for sure. Because I find a lot of fun in the hacking Watch Dogs games for sure. I like it because if I had to say like my first favorite Watch Dogs, if I had to say my favorite Watch Dog game of all time, it's definitely like the first Watch Dogs. And the reason why I'm saying the first Watch Dog is my favorite Watch Dogs game of all time is because of how like good the story was, you know, because it was like all serious, and you know, and it had like, you know, some emotional touches to it sometimes, you know. That's what I liked about it, because they had like a serious touch to the story and stuff like that, and that's why I liked the first Watch Dogs game so much. Now, when it came down to Watch Dogs 2, the story to that game wasn't really too serious. It may have got a little emotional maybe at one point of the video, but that was it. It wasn't like nothing too major or nothing like that, because the game is Watch Dogs 2 is pretty much just pure comedy and just being funny, which I'm not mad at that, because I thought it was pretty cool, because I did find a lot of funny stuff in Watch Dogs 2, because like I said, Watch Dogs 2 is all about the game being like pure funny and comedy. That's what that was pretty much all about and stuff like that. And I did laugh at it quite a lot. Now, what blew my mind about the main game of Watch Dogs Legion is how like that one girl, her name is Sabine or something like that. I can't really say her name. But Sabine, or whatever her name is, or however you say it, I'm just going to call her Sabine or Sabine. I think it's Sabine or something like that. I'm just going to call her Sabine. Okay, Sabine, I would have never thought she would be like the, I would have never thought she would have been like the whole bad person this whole entire like game, because I really thought she was like, I don't want to call her a good guy, because, you know, she's not a guy, you know, she's a girl, so I would have, like, the best way I can put this is, I thought she was the good person this whole entire time. I thought she was, like, this good person the whole entire time. I thought she was the hero of this game, for sure. I really thought she was the hero this whole entire time. Because she played it off very well of being the hero of this whole entire main game. And it really shocked me too, because when the ending came around and it turned out that she was 0 day, I'm like, wait, what? So she was 0 day this whole entire time? No way. So it wasn't like nobody else? Like, that just blew my mind completely, because I would have never thought it would have been her, because, you know, because she played it off so good of her being the hero of this game. You know, she played it so well, but it turned out she was like, you know, the villain of this whole entire game. Like, what? That still, like, just shocks me so much. I'm like, what? No way. Because eventually, because whenever Begley, or whatever, that dude named Begley, the dude that talks to you, I like how, I can't believe I thought he died. But it turned out he never did die at all. Never died whatsoever. He was like, well, I know he's not technically alive because he's like a machine thing, but I thought he was like gone forever. But it turned out he was like there the whole entire time, and I'm like, wait, what? So he was around this whole entire time. He didn't actually go away forever. Like, what the fuck? Okay, on to Bloodlines. So, the thing about the Watch Dogs Legion Bloodline, I liked it. It was really good. I enjoyed it so much. I like the idea of Aiden Pierce coming back to this a lot. I'm so glad they brought back Aiden Pierce, because that's the best thing Ubisoft has ever done, because Aiden Pierce is like the OG of the whole Watch Dogs series. Because for the people that's never played like Watch Dogs 1, probably didn't even know who he even was at all. They probably thought, well, who was this guy? Well, just so you know, he's the OG of the whole Watch Dogs series. It's like he's the one that started it all, pretty much. He's like the OG of the whole Watch Dogs series, for sure. But another question I do have, how come they added Wrench instead of Marcus Holloway? Because in Watch Dogs 2, you don't play as Wrench at all in Watch Dogs 2. You don't play as him whatsoever. You play as Marcus Holloway. So it's making me wonder, why did they choose Wrench over Marcus Holloway? You know, it's a little, you know, it's making me question a little bit. I'm not mad that they made Wrench as a playable character, because I did like playing as him and stuff like that, because he had some, you know, unique abilities and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, he was a good character, but I just wonder why they added him instead of like Marcus Holloway, because you played as Marcus Holloway in Watch Dogs 2, not Wrench. But overall, though, I liked Watch Dogs Legion Bloodline. The DLC to it was the best thing they ever did. Like, and the way the Bloodline DLC was, they made it a lot like the first game. The way Aiden Pierce could, like, look at the age, the occupation of what their work is, and how much money they make. That was just like the first game, pretty much. The first and second game, actually, because in the second game you could, like, well, you couldn't tell their age, but you could tell what their job was and how much money they made in the second game. I think so, anyways. But Aiden Pierce, you know, you could, for him, when he hacks, you could tell their age, the occupation, their salary, of how much money they made. They pretty much made it a lot like the first game, pretty much, almost. And what really blew my mind is how, like, even though we all knew about Aiden Pierce coming, because he was like mentioned last year, but he never did came, but he was just mentioned saying he was coming at some point. So he did, like, you know, come this year. You know, the Watch Dogs Legion Bloodline DLC came like this year and stuff. But I'm glad it came this year. I was so glad. Ubisoft did a great job on this. I was glad they brought him back. But now the thing I'm wondering is, I wonder if Marcus Holloway is going to become a playable operator at some point. I wonder. That's the thing that's making me question. I wonder if he's going to become a playable character at some point. Like, are they going to add him in Watch Dogs Legion? Is he going to have his, like, own story where he meets up with Wrench or something, and he has his own story or something. I wonder if that's going to happen at some point, or is he just never going to get at it at all? You know, if Marcus Holloway does make like some kind of appearance in Watch Dogs Legion, that'd be sick as fuck, and they do his own story and stuff with him and Wrench. That'd be the sickest fucking thing they've ever done in this game. That'd be so fucking sick. I'd be so down to play as him. He wasn't like my favorite character in the series, but I did like him though. He was a cool character. You know, I liked how his yo-yo could just knock somebody out and all that shit and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty badass and stuff. But I really feel like Ubisoft should add Marcus Holloway next. He should be like the next character they add into this game. They really should. You know what I mean? They really should they should really add Marcus Holloway into this game for sure. Make him a playable operator and stuff. And by the way, you do get Wrench and Aiden Pierce as 2 playable operators in the main story, even though everybody already knew it. But I thought I'd say it out there anyways for the people that didn't. But the thing of it is, though, like, if they ever made Marcus Holloway a playable operator, I wouldn't even be mad at it. I would actually, like, I'd be satisfied with it. Like, I wouldn't even be mad, because I'd just be very interested of how his story is going to be and stuff. Because I'd be curious of who he's going to try to go after and how they're going to do it. They really should make Marcus Holloway a playable operator next. I hope he's next, to be honest. But if I ever had to like predict the if I had to predict when the next Watch Dogs game is going to come out, it's going to be either next year or in 2024. Here's why I'm saying this. Watch Dogs 1 came out in 2014. And Watch Dogs 2 came out in 2016. That was a 2-year gap right there. And the year gap between Watch Dogs 2 and Watch Dogs Legion, it was between... The year gap between Watch Dogs 2 and Watch Dogs Legion was... Let me count it up. So, Watch Dogs 2 came out in 2016. And Watch Dogs Legion came out last year in 2020. So, the year gap between those games was... Hold on, let me think about that. Watch Dogs 2 came out in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that was a 4-year gap between Watch Dogs 2 and Watch Dogs Legion. That was a 4-year gap is what that was. It was a 4-year gap between those games is what that was, guys. It was a 4-year gap. So yeah, if I had to say that when the next Watch Dogs game coming out, it's going to either be between next year in 2022 or in 2024. It'll be between one of those years. I'm going to like call it right there. That's my 2 biggest guess right there. But if I had to rate the main game and Watch Dogs Legion Bloodline DLC expansion, if I had to rate both of those things, I'm going to give both of them like a 9.5. I'm going to give them both a 9 out of 10 to a 9.5. Just because they was just really, really, really good. So 9 out of 10 to a 9.5 out of 10. It would be between those 2. So yeah. So yeah, that's my rating. 9 out of 10 to 9.5. So, I think I'll end the video here. I'm glad I did a review on this game because I just wanted to, you know, get my thoughts on it and stuff like that. Just wanted to say my thoughts. But other than that, guys, it's been your boy Big Man Tyson, and I'm out, guys. Peace, and I will catch you guys in the next video.